United.
I'm Jordan.
I'm Ashley.
I'm Nathan, and this is our guest, Joe.
You've seen him before.
I'm here again.
At least twice.
He's our hairy guy.
Resident RPG expert.
So today we want to talk to you about supplies for role-playing. Things you should bring, like pencils, paper, yada, yada, yada.
All the fun.
All the fun. Joe, what do you think is the single most important thing you should bring?
The single most important, without getting into feelings and stuff, just like physical items, it's definitely the character sheet.
I mean, what?
Your actual character.
Because what, you can borrow anything else from anyone.
Yeah, you can bum pretty much everything else, but if you don't have your character, you either don't play or you got to make a new one, or however your particular group handles it.
Right. I mean, pencils, paper, dice, they're all important.
Yeah.
Yeah, bring your own dice. It's annoying for everybody else when you ask to borrow them.
It is, and some people are super superstitious. Superstitious.
Yeah, I tend to be the resident dice loaner when people forget their dice, just because I have a load of dice.
You have like 10 sets.
21 sets.
Okay, I was exaggerating.
He's got a decent amount of dice. I'm just too much of a dick to loan mine out.
I just don't like people taking my dice because they don't give them back.
Yeah. Or they get mixed up with other people's dice. That happens to me a lot.
Right.
Well, you have 21 sets of them, so...
And I know each and every one of them.
By name? Do you name
them?
No,
I do not name my dice.
Are you sure?
I am
Are
sure.
you positive you don't name your dice?
Do you stroke them going, my precious?
No, I do not stroke them going, my precious. Come on, get it right.
Ashley, what do you think people should bring?
A good attitude. Imagination. A good attitude and imagination. Do you want me to yell it?
Yes.
I hate you.
Right.
Wait, yeah, because if you don't have an imagination, then clearly you're not gonna do well with the role-playing aspect.
Though I believe the attitude is a little more important than the imagination.
It really is. I mean, if you come to the game knowing you're gonna have a good time, and you can set aside things that are bugging you in the real world, because you're not in the real world for the next 4 hours or more.
Right?
Yeah, and if you come into that depends.
You haven't got like 12 hours ever.
But if you come into a game and you're super like PO'd and just angry at the world, you're just gonna bring everyone else down.
It sucks. I mean, we've played some games with people who are just upset at the world.
And it really ruins the experience for everyone.
It does. It's things like they throw their dice. Or they throw pencils down. They're like, fuck this. Fuck that.
Or they just attack your in-characters. But essentially, you need to learn how to be nice.
Right.
Bring a good attitude, otherwise you ruin the game for everybody, and that's just not fair.
Yeah.
It's true. I mean, when you sit down to a game and you have a positive attitude and you're like, okay, let's do this. Let's have fun. You sit down and go, and you just have a better interaction with your GM. You have a better interaction with other players and NPCs and things like that, which your GM usually controls. So,
yeah.
And as a person, when you're just starting, you get a little frustrating because you can screw up. Like sometimes if you screw up, quite a bit. Because I know I did when I first started, and I was getting really frustrated. I know, don't point at me. I was getting really frustrated, and it didn't turn out fun for not.
Well, I wasn't there for your early
yeah.
You were there for her christening.
Yeah, so I don't know.
But it made it fun, not too much fun for anyone else. So
once you get into it,
So do you mean like screwing up in like decisions?
The one with 20 sides, Ashley. Yeah, that one.
Okay.
I wasn't that bad.
So you mean like screwing up, like making your character do dumb stuff, or?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, I find a lot.
That's
of
just a matter of experience,
yeah.
really.
What can my character do? Well,
so
what do you want it to do?
Starting out, don't get frustrated. Don't get angry. Don't ruin the game. Don't do what I did. Just try to enjoy it for what it is, and if you need to ask people for help, just ask.
And if your group isn't willing to help you,
then
they
find a better group.
Find a better group.
Yeah, then you shouldn't be role-playing with them anyway.
That being said, I only give people the handhold help technique for the first 2 or 3 characters. And after that, if you haven't learned on your own, well, learn to read or something.
I was kind of curious. We should talk about food and snacks that are good for role playing. I mean, pizza's a good option.
Dip.
Yep.
Chips and dip.
Chips are another
Chips
good
are
one.
good.
And
Don't
you
make
can-
your DM buy everything. Don't be an asshole.
It's usually a good idea to just have everyone chip in like $5 and get snacks with that accumulative.
Or if you're or if you DM or one of the people want to, they can just buy the food, make it, and then everyone can bring the $5. They can hand it to
Yeah,
them.
exactly.
No, I like
Everyone
to
should.
stay away from like Doritos, Cheetos, anything that
anything
get
that's
Yeah,
sticky
anything
little
that
powder.
gets dirty.
Yeah, like you get on your fingers, then
Well, no,
gets on
I
our
was
dice
talking-
and books.
I
And,
was talking more about
Carrot
like
sheets.
Chips and salsa.
like salsa
Yeah,
or like
yes.
bean dip or
Like-
like queso dip, stuff
Yeah.
like that. Not
Oh,
nothing
man, I love
cheesy and
bean dip.
messy.
Yeah, like so your fingers don't get all grody and just.
Or if you tacos, Taco Tuesday.
Tacos another
that
good
happens
one,
a lot.
One of the other things that people tend to forget to bring to games or underestimate the value of is just some scratch paper.
Yeah.
Just so you can make that quick note or, keep track of your health or whatever
Yeah.
without marking up your
I
character.
personally recommend getting a notebook.
I actually have a
Yeah,
different notebook for
but
every
guard
game.
your notebooks because
Yeah.
gamers are horrible about stealing each other's notebooks.
But no, it's like I have a different notebook for pretty much every game just so I can keep track more easily.
Mm-hmm.
Although not everyone goes to that level.
Then you're just not making your character sheet look like garbage.
It
You
really
can actually
helps.
still read it.
It really helps by not marking up your character sheet.
I know we're playing Dark Heresy with Nathan. We've played it for 6 months or so.
We took a hiatus.
But I mean, actual character time with my character. I spent 6+ months with that character, and we have so much experience that I've erased and rewritten on the character sheet so many times that it.
Isn't there a hole in your
Oh,
character?
Not quite yet.
Erase the hole through your character. That happens on hit points and money all the time.
Yep.
Scratch paper is great for that.
This is why we have scratch paper. I recommend note cards or notebooks.
Note cards are another good one, yeah.
I know I've said notebooks once already in this video, but again,
And
they are
Note-
that important.
Note cards are really good for keeping track of like your health or money or something
Well,
that's
and
going
you
to change.
can always reprint a character sheet if you get to that point of leveling.
That's true
Two.
too.
You can, but scratch paper helps prevent a lot of it.
It saves
Right,
paper.
right.
There's a weird sentimental value to having a character sheet that's dirty and grody from the food that you've eaten or the pop you've spilled on.
Right?
Speak for yourself.
Right? It's weird. No, I know what he's saying.
I guess the only
Snacks and
times I've
drinks.
had spills on
Soda.
mine. Yeah, soda, that's a good one too.
So, just kind of want to go over before we close out this video what we kind of talked about. We want character sheets, pencils, paper, dice, snacks,
Good mentality.
a good mentality,
Drinks.
drinks, good
It's a
attitude.
part of snacks, actually.
I don't consider it part of snacks.
It's important enough to have its own category.
I suppose.
I consider
Sure.
snacks a separate category from drinks.
Okay.
But also, one of my personal biggest things that you should bring is your imagination. Realize that you are not in the real world when you're gaming. You are in the GM's world.
It's kind of tricky for new players. They have a little bit of a hard time getting the concept right away. But once they get that concept, it enhances the game tremendously.
Because you can kind of feel your character fighting. You can feel the blood and sweat.
You get attached to your character.
You do.
You just create different characters. Don't
Notice-
be the same character.
I'm good at playing that.
All
But
right.
just feel for your own characters too.
All right. Well, this is kind of what we wanted to talk about tonight. Just want to let you know. Have a great day.
Great night, great weekend.
Whatever
Whatever time
you're
it
watching
is.
this, have a good time. It's evening for us, I think. Thanks for hanging around. Thanks for looking at our videos. Like, share, subscribe. Social media is going to be down below.
In the comments. No, not comments.
It's in the description. actually.
Description.
Yeah.
I say comments.
But feel free to
Video.
comment.
I've been watching way too many YouTube videos
Description,
lately.
comments.
She doesn't know how it works.
I just want to throw a special thanks out to our guest star Joe
Yeah.
and to our editor Trevor for putting up with our bullshit.
Dude, editors are the unsung heroes of videos.
They really
really
are.
are.
Especially if you don't do it yourself, like, and you have
Yeah.
somebody else do it, like, it's...
They put in, for the 10-minute videos that you see of us, our editor puts in something like an hour to 2 hours of work.
Yeah.
Sometimes more depending on what the
I mean, we
video
get all
is.
the fun of playing grab ass and talking about beer and stupid things, but he has to do the work and he has to watch us and rewatch it and
rewatch it.
rewatch it.
And listen to us insult him at the end of videos.
Right.
Mainly Jordan.
Well, and sometimes we're just downright ridiculous, and like we do like 6 or 7 takes, and he's like, "Okay, which one's the beginning of the real video?"
But again, I know we've said this once before, but like, share, subscribe. Social media's down below. Have a good time, guys. Just enjoy life.
Feel free to comment if you
Thumb us.
thumb us.
Thumb us. Thumb her.
Thumb us.
Thumb up.
Thumb us. They can thumb me if they want.
All right, guys. Peace.
Later.
Bye.